On my way to Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors tonight here on a blustery and rainy Sunday afternoon. It's going to be the Kings and the Warriors from the Golden One Center. The first time both these teams are meeting in the G1C, so I know there's going to be plenty of people out there tonight. I believe it's Bollywood night here in Sacramento, so there's going to be a lot of colors and a lot of fun celebration there in the arena. It should be a great place. A lot of people are calling it Oracle East tonight because I'm sure a very, very, very large contingent of Warrior fans are going to be present. I know one of my good friends, John, from college and from middle school, is going to be heading there tonight, and he's going to be decked out in his Warriors gear tonight. So it should be a fun environment, and it could be, now this is very, very early to say, so knock on wood if any's around you. I'm in a car, don't have any near me, but it could be a very, very way too early preview of a potential playoff series, because as of right now, the Sacramento Kings are sitting in the 8th seed in the West, and of course, the Golden State Warriors all the way at the very top at number 1. I'm expecting a fun game tonight. I'm expecting a lot of offense, particularly from the Golden State Warriors. They're coming off of a blown, I think it was a 24-point lead that they blew against the Memphis Grizzlies in Oracle the other night, so they're going to be looking to get themselves back on track. I'm sure a lot of frustration and anger they're going to carry over from that loss into a game like tonight. And anytime you're a team as coveted as the Warriors, with as much talent as the Warriors have, you always have a little bit of animosity towards you every time, even if you lose one game. And there's no mistaking the Warriors are one of the best teams, if not the best team in basketball. However, because of how stacked they are and because of the amount of expectation that's on their shoulders, any loss against them allows for haters or journalists or fans or anybody to maybe stick their tongue out at them a little bit, and the Warriors finally lost a game, something along those lines. So that fuels the fire of the guys on that Warriors lineup. I know Kevin Durant has a lot of storylines behind him, especially with his recent outburst and exchange with Draymond Green. Draymond Green always plays with that kind of fire and hustle and energy. So I expect a very active, angry, and hungry Golden State Warriors team tonight. They, unlike the Kings, don't seem to take any of their opponents lightly right out of the gate. In fact, especially if they know they're the better team, which most of the time they are, and they do, they usually come out right out of the gate with pedal to the metal mentality to try and end the game in the first 12 minutes, if at all possible. So I expect that's something that they're going to try and do against the Sacramento Kings. A matchup I'm interested in watching here tonight is, and it's one that really doesn't matter that much in terms of pure talent and numbers. However, because of the recent All-Star voting going on and all the controversy with that, it should be a fun one to watch. DeMarcus Cousins and Zaza Pachulia. Now, it was preseason, so it doesn't matter too much. That doesn't necessarily translate to how this matchup is going to go tonight, but DeMarcus absolutely bullied Zaza Pachulia when the two matched up in San Jose during the preseason, and I'm sure DeMarcus is going to play with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder against Zaza, saying, oh yeah, you think you're going to start at the center position over me in the West? You think you're the better center in the West than me? Fans really think that you are the answer? Ha, tough. Let me show you what I can do. I always expect a good game from DeMarcus Cousins when it comes to playing a team like the Warriors, who the Kings view as a rival just because of the NorCal rivalry and how close that they are. I don't think the Warriors picture the Kings as any more than just a small little pothole in their road to another championship run. So I don't necessarily think the Warriors are too interested in a rivalry conversation with the Sacramento Kings. I may ask a few of them that tonight, but I'm sure the Kings would always like to put a hurting on the bad boys of the Western Conference that are just an hour and a half or so down the road. So tonight, score prediction though, the line is Warriors are favored by 11.5 tonight. My initial reaction was, man, that seems kind of high, even though it is the Warriors versus the Kings. But when I think about the loss that they're coming off of, plus the fact that they are a notoriously good outside shooting team, and the Sacramento Kings are the worst in terms of giving up threes, and they have the worst perimeter defense in the league, it's hard to see them not covering that spread. So I think they are going to cover it. I think the final score tonight will be somewhere in the range of 118 to 104, maybe 106. I think somewhere around that range. I don't know. I would like to think that the Kings may put up a fight, and I hope they prove me wrong, but again, the odds are just stacked against Sacramento tonight, and I think the Warriors have a little bit of a point to prove. It's been a long time since they've lost 2 in a row, 2 games consecutively during the regular season. So it should be an interesting and fun game to watch. I expect the atmosphere to be great. The only way, I'll say this, the only way I think the Sacramento Kings are winning this game tonight, 2 reasons. One, not just DeMarcus Cousins, but the entire team has to have a good night scoring the basketball. I'm talking at least 4 guys, maybe even 5 in double figures scoring. And the Warriors have to miss their shots. And that's not just the Kings have to play better perimeter defense. I mean, the Warriors just have to have an off shooting night, because even with good defense, even with hands in their faces, the Warriors shooters, Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, have proved that it doesn't matter if there's a hand right in their face. They can knock down shots from really any range, in the gym range, we call it. So I expect to see that here tonight. Again, the Kings will need the Warriors to help them out a lot by just having an off shooting night and just not having a friendly rim. I just hope the Kings are able to get off to a good start and not fall into too big of a hole early, because I'm almost certain that's what the Warriors are going to try and do. So I'm about 20 minutes out from the Golden One Center. As soon as I get there, this video will go up, and then I'll start sending out videos behind the scenes look, warm-ups, maybe some interviews before the game starts, and then of course Coach and all the players post-game. So stay tuned for that. But Kings and Warriors, 6 o'clock here from the Golden One Center, on my way right now, and we'll see if our boys in purple